Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. And today I'm coming to you from my craft studio. I am so sorry about yesterday. It was a travel day. I was at an awesome creative convention on the weekend, and we were in Michigan, and that's okay because my phone plan is one that is supposed to work in Canada and the United States, have all the same features, no additional costs, all the bells, all the whistles. It's wonderful, unless it doesn't work. Anyway, I didn't have any internet or any data. It wouldn't connect to the internet. So I didn't have any internet, but it's like my phone provider, didn't exist in the US or something. I don't know, but regardless, it wasn't working. And so I had this plan that on Monday morning, when I knew we would be traveling, that I would go live and I would tell you about the awesome time that I'd had because I knew it was going to be awesome. So, I wasn't making that part up. I knew it would be real. And then was going to post a video of something from over the weekend because I knew there would be displays and I knew they would be awesome. And oh my word, they were awesome. If you have not seen my Facebook post from yesterday, that was supposed to be at 10 and actually happened at 11, but there was a video post at 10 or 10:10 because I was going to talk for 10 minutes and it was all going to go bloop 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 bloop, but it didn't. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know why it's not coming up on my other screen. So if you're here, say hello. And then when I get there, I will see that you're here. But anyway, it didn't go exactly as planned. But I did sort of get it all out. Anyway, you have to check that out. The projects that were shared were stunning, just stunning. They were lovely. And so I shared some of them with you yesterday, and there may be more. I didn't video more. I did take some photos, and some of them are going to get cased and end up in upcoming classes or perhaps Facebook Live. So you're going to see more from that, and certainly you're going to I'm going to do things in my business that you might go, wow, that's a new idea. Well, it's not really new. It's something I learned at the convention. So, it's all good. But anyway, thank you for joining me today. It's Tuesday. It's Monday Motivation on Tuesday. This is a brand new thing I'm doing. So I started with the first one that was not Monday, it was Friday. The second one was Monday. Ooh. The third one is Tuesday. I'm working towards a Monday schedule, so bear with me. Let's have some coffee. I am using my Believe mug today. One of them. I have more than one. This is my word. I love the word believe. If you believe, it's the beginning of whatever you want. And I'm feeling very inspired right now after my weekend of crafting and learning and all the rest of it. So I am believing that this next year is going to be awesome again. My last year was awesome, but this one's going to be even more awesome. And I say next year because the Stampin' Up! Year runs from October 1st to September 30th. So we start a new Stampin' Up! Year a week from today because today is Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. So very quickly, just before we head down to the crafting area, they have refreshed the clearance rack. So you want to go check it out. Everything in there is discounted up to 60% in some cases, sometimes not as much, but it's still discounted. So there are some great deals, but everything is only while supplies last. So things do tend to sell out very quickly. So go take a peek, get your order in. If your order is $40 or more, I will send you the card kit from the 3 cards that I'm going to make this week. Woohoo! Like, hello, is that not a great way to start your week? You get discounted products, you shop for less, and then you get a free card kit. Make 3 lovely cards. So do it. Do it now. Do it really soon. Well, maybe not now. Well, maybe now. Go do it now, then come back. Okay. Uh, do it now and then watch my video later. Just do it. It's a good deal. The only way to get a better deal is to join my team. And I would love to have you join my team. But go scoop stuff out of the clearance rack right now. Or do it as part of your starter kit. You can do that as part of your starter kit. But you might want to just scoop the clearance savings for now and wait until next week. There might be a really good deal coming on the starter kit. So just wait a week. Join my team in a week. We'll talk about this next week. Okay. Let's craft, shall we? Oh my gosh. I'm a little punchy. I will confess, I've had good sleep, but I've not had large quantities of sleep for over a week now because last week, if you follow me at all, you know, was crazy busy. And then, of course, at convention, you don't get to sleep as much as you might normally do because you're busy, you're crafting, you're socializing, you're doing all sorts of fun things. You're very hyped up and you don't notice that you're tired. So, yeah, I did have a short little cat nap in the car on the way home yesterday, but then I was up later than I should have been last night and earlier this morning than I should have been and all the rest of it. But it's all good. But I am tired and therefore I might be a little punchy. Just warning you. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. This is the card that we are going to make today. Why is the camera doing that? There we go. Camera looks happy. Okay. This is my host code, by the way. If you are shopping the clearance rack, use this host code, $40 or more spent on the clearance rack or anything, and I will send you the card kit for the 3 cards from this week. And this is one of them. So you want it. You need it. While you're in there, you may want to grab the Golden Greenery Bundle. I didn't actually use any of the stamps today. Probably will through the week. This is I'm actually featuring the suite this week, primarily around this. So this is the vellum from the suite, and it is beautiful. I mean, check that out. Look at that, isn't that lovely? So you can die cut it, or you can just use the vellum. There's also die cuts like this in the dies, so no stamping. This doesn't die cut around a stamp, but it does. I don't know why my camera does that. I'm sorry. It's probably showing up on the video. Ooh, in and out, in and out. Anyway, that is an evergreen branch that I cut from the designer series paper, which is stunning. It is specialty paper. So there's specialty designer series paper with all this gold and loveliness. Then there is vellum, which is also lovely. There is this stamp set with the dies, so that's one of the bundles, but it's a mega suite. So there is also this stamp set, all sorts of holiday, Christmas sentiments. There's a to and a from in here. Look at that elegant font. We used that today. So I took Merry and Christmas, and I've made it into one sentiment for this card. The dies that go with this set are these. This is one of them. So they are all, it's actually a tag. There is a little hole under there that you can't see because I didn't need the hole. So I just covered it up with a gem. You can cover it with ribbon or a gem, or I could have put some of this greenery over top of it. Lots of ways to hide it if you don't want to use it. But it does, the die does put a hole in all of these, but great sentiment shapes in there. So that's what we have. Shall we craft? Hey, so coming home, I had taken craft supplies with me because we were doing crafting on the weekend and we had a supply list of things that we were to take. And when we were coming home, I said to MSH, I'm just going to put these things right into your truck. He was going back to the cottage last night. Said, I'm going to do my live in the morning and then I will come up and, everything will be good. So we did that, and then you know me, sometimes I fly by the seat of my pants, but I did decide that I would make this card last night, and oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I did. Clearly, God was sending me a message to practice this because it showed me that I had sent many of the supplies I wanted to the cottage, like my ink pad. So into my stash, and I've pulled out a garden green ink spot because I needed garden green ink. And then tape runner. Oh, where's my tape runner for putting this whole thing together? That went as well. All my cases of tape runner are at the cottage right now. And I could start another one, but I didn't want to. So we're using good old liquid glue for everything today. And that's fine. That's still great adhesive. And then, oh, putting on a bow, glue dots. Ooh, okay, but we found some in my little my emergency kit, which is also where what else did I pull out of there? Oh, dimensionals. Now, I do have other dimensionals here, but I did pull these out while I was in there. Um, so it was a little hilarious that I thought I was being, so wise sending all these things to the cottage with MSH, and then I needed them. uh, oh, oh, sorry. Who is MSH? MSH is my sweet husband. So I just call him MSH on my Facebook lives and my blog posts and things, and so that's kind of that's his crafting nickname. Oh, the other thing, my take your pick tool. I only have two take your pick tools, but that's okay. One for home, one for the cottage. But guess what? Ha, they're both at the cottage right now. So back to the pokey tool. Do you remember these? These are the pokey tools. Pull this off, and whoa, big rule in all of my craft classes was always make sure you put this cover on when you are finished, because this is very sharp and this rolls super easy. There's not a lot of ridges in it. So I didn't want anybody getting poked, but that is going to be my take your pick tool for today. And that's fine. It also works, but it was interesting because, as I say, how many times do I make a card for the very first time while we are alive here? And I would have just been, oh my gosh, I don't have this. Oh my gosh, I don't have that. Oh, talk amongst yourselves. I have to go get, and oh, it would not have been a good situation. So I am putting just a very thin layer on here. With designer series paper, you do want to be a little bit careful. This one's pretty patterned, but you can, if you get too much glue on here, you will see it through your paper. So that's why I like my tape runner for this purpose. But as I said, they're all at the cottage, but this lets me wiggle this around a little bit. So which is sort of good, because not sure that cut was quite as good as it could have been. Okay, there we go. Okay, oh, I have not shared any information about this, have I? Soft seafoam standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. The specialty designer series paper is 5.25 by 4. And then we are coming in with a second piece of specialty paper, and it is 4.25 by 1.75. And this is going to go on with glue again. Look at the backs of this. Even, I hate to cover up all that gold foil shininess, but look at that. That is like, it is just beautiful. I hope that shows up on camera to be even half as lovely as it is in person. And the other one had little green polka dots. I like that too. I almost thought about flipping one over, but but it's so hard to put glue on that, the foiled awesomeness that's going on there. So I did not. We're gonna have two cards that are very much the same, which means I have extras. And when you have extra cards, well, even if you don't have extras, you need to send them. So if you would like to have me send you one of the cards this week, and I won't write in it, I will send it blank. I'll use a post-it note or something for my little note to you, but then you may have it and you can case it or, do whatever you want with it. But perhaps you will want to send it on to someone. Maybe it'll be one of your Christmas cards that you send to someone. Sorry, sip of coffee there. But I will send that to you. And all you have to do to possibly be one of the people to receive it, one of my cards from this week, is share this video or make a comment. Okay. So if you make a comment on this video or you share it, I will put your name in the bucket and you may get a card in the mail from me. So, okay, I've lost my ink spot. It's all good. I have it. Granny apple green. Oh no, no wonder it looked a little different. I have a garden green lid, but I've got it labeled as granny apple green, and I made this, and oh my goodness. Okay, so now I am going, oh no, this was just sitting out. That's why it looks a little different. I thought it looked a little bit light for garden green on here, but it was late last night, and so I just kind of went with it. Let me go see if there's a granny apple green lid over there. Just give me 1 minute. Double check. Oh my goodness. No, nothing. Okay, well, we are going to go with it again. I would strongly recommend garden green for this. I think it would look better. It does say garden green. Look, I'm not making this up. Can we, oops, no, where's the camera part? Whoop, whoop. There we go. Garden green. Can you see that? It's not very focused, is it? There we go. Garden green. See, it's not my fault. Hello, Maureen. Welcome to my crafting adventure. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, we're going to pretend it's a little darker than it is. You know what? I could use, nope, my markers and everything are all packed in transit and all that. So we're just going to go with this. It will be okay. But I think garden green would be better. That's why I used in quotes. Do you get that? Garden green, because I thought that it would be, a good color to use on here to go with this paper, which is stunning. But and there's probably some little tones of granny apple green in some of it at least. But anyway, we're going with it. It's stamped. Now, what I am going to do, because I kind of know where I want some of these because I did this last night. So let's maybe put some of this stuff on right away. I am going to, you know what? I might put this. No, I don't know where I want stuff, right? I might put this one on this side on this card because on this card, it does get a little bit lost. So if I put it right on the light, you may see it a little more. And I could put these. Yeah, I should put this straighter one over here. And then I could still put these off to the sides. Maybe I will try that. Okay, so it won't be identical. Look at that. We're mixing it up. Maureen, I don't know whether you were here a little bit closer to the beginning. I did warn everyone that I have not had enough sleep lately, and so I am perhaps a little bit punchy this morning. Okay, so I'm going to put this right. I want it to go right off the top, and I'm putting it pretty much in the center. It is over to the right ever so slightly because there's only so far I can go with this piece, so we'll put him over top. And so to put him down, now this is vellum, so you will see your adhesive through. So you just kind of want to be careful. I've just put a little bit of liquid glue down at the bottom there. I'm putting my stems down around the same area. I just want this one a little bit lower, and I'm just going to push it down. It will, that's enough to hold it. And then this is going to really cover over a lot of that area, so you won't notice the adhesive in any way. And this one, I'm actually going to put a dimensional on the back. I've just, sorry, I moved my camera. So I like where it is better. It's a little, my work area is a little bit closer to me now. So that's nice, but I've got stuff rearranged for where it's sitting, and I don't quite have that worked out yet. I'm going to put that on there, but I don't think I'm going to put it on yet because I kind of want it perhaps dangling over this a little bit, but I'm not entirely certain. So, you know, I'm kind of winging it a little bit on this stuff. So let's put some dimensionals onto this piece. And what I want to do is make sure that I don't have anything right near this top area so that I can poke that in. So I'm just going to go down a little bit lower here, and then I can come in here because it's just going to come down in through there. Okay. If you ever want to tuck stuff in behind, and you're not sure where you want things, if you put your top piece on with dimensionals, you can put it down first. Just make sure you have your dimensionals low or to the side or something so that you can tuck things in, and then it will all work out well. So you can, now I can see where this is going, so I can see where I want it, but I can still, hopefully I haven't lied to you, still tuck this in. And look, now I can put this leaf over here and just a tiny bit. There you go. And then I'm just going to push that down, and then you can see that it just comes over just ever so slightly. Okay, now on this first card, I used this garden green baker's twine. This is the Natural Tones linen thread. So it's not baker's twine, it's actually linen thread. And I made a double bow just to add to that. But when I was trying to figure out what to do, I had thought I'd wanted a little bigger bow, and I didn't know what ribbon to use or whatever. So I pulled out this, which is from the gold and silver ribbon. And I'm going to apologize right now because I don't have the package here and I don't recall the name, but it comes in a 2-pack. There's a roll of the gold and a roll of the silver. So if you want to find this online, just search ribbon and you will find it because it is there. Although I might be a little bit of a liar in it because I think it might be unavailable right now, but it will be coming back. So it'll be coming back in time for your Christmas crafting. But in the meantime, you know, there's other options, lots of ribbons, lots of beautiful ribbons. But anyway, I tried tying the linen thread with the gold. It didn't really work. So I went to the double linen thread bow for that other card. But then I was thinking, well, maybe I could use the gold for this card. And so again, it will be slightly different. I have to tell you, on the weekend, we were wrapping our ribbon around our cards and tying bows a lot, which is not something I have done because I struggle with it. And it was like, oh, but I, you know, thought, okay, I'm going to persevere. I'm going to do this. This is what the directions say. So I will do it. And I have to say, it does get easier. Just like Mom told you, you know, like anything with practice, it gets easier. So I may be doing that more frequently. We'll see. It's kind of like fussy cutting, right? You might not love it, but the more you do, it does get easier. So what do we think? Go with gold on this one? I think that will work, eh? I'll just make it a slightly different. Give these guys a little push so they're a little bit rounder bow, not squished flat from my fingers tying it. And then this is still a relatively small knot, so I'm just pushing this blue dot up a little bit to make it a little bit smaller so that there's no sticky stuff outside of that knot area. So I made it a little bit rounder and poofier, and then I squished it. So, okay, there we go. Gems. We need gems. There must be gems. So we have, I thought I would stick with the gold theme. And don't lose this. Remember, that's the rule. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. So these are adhesive backed metallic gems. So there is copper, gold, and silver. So we will use gold. And I'm just going to put one of the large ones right over there. So now you wouldn't know that that was a tag die. It just looks like a shape for our sentiment. Keep it close. And there we go. Okay, so there, that is the card for today. Two versions, slightly different, not a whole lot different, but just a little bit of variation on that. Hey, I hope you like that. I love this paper. And this bundle is awesome. So I am going to share more of it with you throughout the week. Watch for Craft Spot and Connie's Craft Along. I will do 2 more cards with this. And remember that if you comment on this video or you share this video, each of those activities will get your name into a drawing to receive one of the cards that I make this week. I'm going to be sending them. I'm going to send Happy Mail to some people this week. So let's make sure you're in on that. Okay, that's the card for today. That's your Monday motivation on Tuesday this week. And I am really going to try and be here next Monday morning at 10 a.m. to do this all over again with a different card. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a really awesome week. We will see you Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Craft Spot. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.